Despite all the technical marvels on display in many of today's games, sometimes that's not what we're looking for. It seems that some ideas from the games of old still hold up, even when held up side by side with new modern mechanics. Don't forget the visuals either. You don't need an ultra-high polygon count and shaders galore to make a game a visual delight. In this video, I will show you some best modern retro games for Nintendo Switch. But before we start this video, please subscribe to my channel Games Puff and press the bell icon for more gaming videos. So without any further ado, let's start this video. The first game of this video is Sonic Mania. Though Sonic Mania was first released in 2017, you'd be forgiven for thinking it hit store shelves around the same time as Sonic 3. Some would argue that all the other games in between haven't been as good. Regardless, Sonic Mania is a new Sonic game that plays like an old one in all the right ways. Next up we have Bloodstained Curse of the Moon. While Bloodstained Ritual of the Night takes almost all of its cues directly from Castlevania Symphony of the Night, this game looks further back in time. If you've longed for a new game in the style of old Castlevania games, Bloodstained Curse of the Moon is exactly what you need. Next up we have Octopath Traveler. If games had never gone for 3D, if the Sega Saturn's focus on high-res sprites had been the way things went, maybe all games would look like Octopath Traveler. This old-school RPG relies on 2D graphics but presents them in a way that is just as striking as the best-looking modern 3D games. Next up we have Shovel Knight Treasure Trove. In 2014, when Shovel Knight was first released, retro-styled games weren't as popular as they are now. Whether you credit this game with helping to inspire the modern wave of retro-inspired games or not, Shovel Knight Treasure Trove is too packed with retro gaming goodness to ignore. Next up we have The Messenger. Some games are opted for 8-bit or 16-bit styling, but The Messenger wants to have its cake and eat it too. Starting off as an 8-bit style love letter to Ninja Gaiden, it eventually turns into a 16-bit Metroidvania-styled game. Next up we have Blaster Master Zero. Blaster Master Zero developer Into Create strives on creating games that wouldn't be out of place on 16-bit systems, and this is no exception. While this game is a remake of sorts of the original Blaster Master, the sequel, which picks up where this one leaves off, is also well worth playing. Next up we have Axiom Verge. Combining the gameplay and exploration of Metroid with a more unsettling environment, Axiom Verge is one of the best Metroid-inspired games of recent years. If you haven't played it, now is the perfect time, as a sequel is on the way. Next up we have Blazing Chrome. If you find yourself opining that they just don't make games like Contra or Metal Slug anymore, this is the perfect game for you. Blazing Chrome is a punishing retro-style run and gun that will have you playing until you perfect your runs through each level. Next up we have Time Spinner. If you can't get enough Metroidvania-style games, Time Spinner is well worth a look. This one puts a time travel spin on the genre, but playing through this will still seem oddly familiar for those who have played Symphony of the Night too many times to count. The last game of this video is Stardew Valley. Combining Harvest Moon-style farming and general life simulation with dungeon diving, Stardew Valley seems like one of the best SNES games ever made. The fact that it was first released in 2016 just seems like some sort of misprint. So that's the list of 10 best modern retro games for Nintendo Switch that you can play in 2021. If you enjoy this video, hit the like button and subscribe to my channel Games Puff and press the bell icon for more gaming videos.